Yeah, hi Marcos Sosa. Good morning. And
Good morning.
yeah, so tell me about yourself. Like, what is your total years of experience, and what is your technology stack, and what is your roles and responsibilities?
Okay, I'm a Java developer with 10 years, more than 10 years of experience, mainly on the backend part. The technologies I always work in the few, in the recent years was Java with Spring Boot, a little bit of Azure, Dockers, um, frameworks like Bootstrap, a little of React, mainly doing the REST service, APIs, working with a database like Postgres, Oracle, and a little bit of Microsoft SQL Server. My current job is like architecture, Java architecture. Currently, I'm in the process of upgrading a monolithic system and separate in a microservice architecture.
Okay, good. So, what is the current version of Java you are working on?
I'm working with Java 8 and 11.
Oh, super. That's right. So, how do you rate yourself on Java out of 1 to 5?
1 to 5.
Hmm.
The difference is right?
I'm not asking difference. I'm asking your knowledge rate. So your score on 1 to 5 on Java. Your score out of 1 to 5. Out of 5, how many marks you can give yourself?
I think it's like 8 because we work in the past. We worked with 1.5 Java version because the most of the companies has a little I don't know later of upgrading the systems.
Just I'm asking, Marcos. I'm asking.
Mhm.
Let me.
Yes.
That is what my question. Knowledge rate yourself. Java from out of 5.
Okay. I think it'll 8, 9.
Okay. For 10, you are giving 8, 9, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So that's fine. So we will go for from Java to advanced Java and microservices. We will go. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. So why string is immutable?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Why string is immutable? Why string is immutable?
Because you can modify the basic string in the with similar with the other functions. No, you can modify, you can override the methods is immutable.
Okay, that's fine. So what is the importance of Java interfaces?
The Java interfaces because these are abstracted methods that only says that the functions that you have declared, but not the principal method. No, you only see the functions declared.
Okay. So what is the importance of default methods?
Default methods, because you have to implement the methods that you have declared in the interface. No, you are the minimum necessary for working. No.
Okay. So in Java 8 we have default methods, right? In Java 8.
Yeah. Yes.
So
Yes.
so what is the importance of those default methods?
Because they are a principle, the core of the Java, working like I don't know, like the system console, deliveries, and working with Java virtual machine, something like that.
Okay. So did you work on exception handling?
yes, catch the exceptions and working, and I don't know, say or send a message to the user that be more nice that only an error no occur. You can create custom exceptions if you want.
Okay. So how can we create a custom exception?
Extended the exception class.
Okay. So what is throwable?
Throwable is like send something, no exception, throw like error something.
So what is the difference between error and exception?
Error, you can only don't have the stop the process, and exception is stop the process or the method, and you can catch or you can send the exception inclusive in the main level. No.
Okay. Okay. So can you explain JVM, how JVM works in Java mechanism?
In a level, in a top level or something like that.
Yeah, a high level you can explain. So how JVM works and how the memory management will happens in JVM.
JVM work in background in a level where Java calls them and calls the method, compile the code, and working with the variables and the methods that you have created. And specifically, you can assign some memory, specific memory, or a different settings of the system, like a path or something like that. Is working with that. So, compile the code and run the code in memory.
Okay. So what is a class loader system?
The class what?
Class loader system.
Class loader system. Sorry, if I understand you, where is class the main class? No.
Okay. No, I'm asking. It is a JVM. It is a part of JVM. What is the subclass class loader system?
The subclass, I don't. Sorry, I don't remember.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, just I'm asking class loader subsystem. So it is a part of JVM, right? So what is the importance of class loader subsystem in JVM?
No, sorry, I don't remember.
Okay, that's fine, no issue. So what is the difference between inheritance and abstraction?
Between general exception and what? Sorry.
Inheritance and abstraction.
Can you type it, please?
Yeah, let me type. Okay. Yeah, difference between abstract class and inheritance.
Okay. Abstract class isn't a top level where you don't specify, you don't necessarily specify all the methods, and iterance is I don't know the extents of from take a base from other class, no, like father and son, no, you have extended the abilities of the one class to the other.
Okay, then what is the difference between abstract class and interface?
Between abstract class is only when you define bueno, it's similar because only have you define the methods or the functions, but not necessarily. The interface is always extents of other class, if iterance of other class, and between abstract class is only a class, a generic object, no?
Mhm. What are the other things you can say from difference between abstract class and interface?
That you can define some methods in the abstract class that you don't necessarily use in the interface, like private methods that is always declare the function, but the interface is only declare the methods, no?
Mm-hmm. Okay. What is encapsulation?
What is, sorry, what? Can you repeat?
Encapsulation. Encapsulation. What is encapsulation?
Encapsulation. When you enclose or enclosure all the methods of the in one class, no? That you have, so I don't know how to say in other words, encapsulate the functions in an object, no?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what is dynamic polymorphism?
Dynamic polymorphism is when you change the types of the methods, when you can change the in the variables of the you receive in a methods in different with different types of methods, no, of inters. When you change the types, really.
Mm-hmm. So can you tell me what is method overriding?
Yes, when you have the same name and different types of parameters in, no, like did you receive one string and the same method receive a number and the same method receive a different number of types of number of parameters of different types, no?
I'm asking about the method of overriding, not overloading.
Sorry, I understand wrong. Overriding is when you have a defined method in the errands, I think, when you define to a string and you change the method, overwriting a new method with the same name to a string, but you defined another functionality.
Okay. So then what is the difference between method overriding and overloading?
Overwriting and overloading, because overwriting is change a predefined method and overloading is add the same function, the same method with different type of the numbers of parameters of the type of parameters.
Mm-hmm. So where we can write these two kind of methods within the class or different classes, what is the scope of these two methods?
We can declare it in the same class. Is no problem, I think, because you can use different tags when in the overwriting. You say you declare the tag overwriting of the method, and overloading is only with you can name the different methods with the different parameters of type of parameters, but in the same class you can define.
Okay. What is the difference between a super and this in Java?
The super calls the parent, the constructor, if it is inference of another class, and this only have affected the the properties of the object. No, the super is in the level parent.
Mhm. Okay. So can you tell me? So can you tell me that output of that program?
Okay,
So,
let me see. String cat, new cat. Okay, system out.
so string s1 equals to cat and string s2 equals to cat. String s3 equals to new cat. Now sys out of s1 equals the s1 double equals to s2. Okay, s1 double equals to s3 and s1 equals to s3 and s1 equals to s2. So what is the output of these four statements?
Okay, first is literally s1. I can type. Sorry, s1 equal. Sorry, s1 equal.
Let me type those things. Okay. Let me give you an image type, okay, so you can understand easily.
Yes.
Now you can tell output of this.
Okay.
Not coming. Okay. So I think it is not coming. Okay. Okay. Yeah. You can tell that answer. No issue.
Yes. The first is literally the string, the es1 equal is true, and the true because you have a function in equals with equals is compared is true. No, cat and cat. The second is literally the string s1 equal s3, and is I think is true. Because is the same value, cat and cat, and the three options system permanent system equals 3 is literally takes s1 equals 3 and concat is equals 3 is true, and the option 3 is like the first one. With the true at the final, and the last is literally take the string s1 equals 2 and the s1 equals 2 and true, and concat at the final the true.
Okay. So what is the difference between that equals method and the double equal? In terms of
Okay. The equals is compare the object, not only the value, the type of the object. Equals only compares the value. No?
that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So what is the difference between string buffer and string builder?
A string buffer is in memory. A string builder is a different type of builder of the string, and is recommended for the different arrays and should work in parallel with the string builder. Because you cannot modify at the same time the string builder. You can only receive one. This is recommended working in parallel with the string builder, and the string buffer is if you don't necessarily import the working with parallel with only trabajo working local, is recommended the string buffer.
Okay, how can we create an immutable class in Java? How can we create?
Immutable class. I don't, sorry, I don't remember.
So, do you know any immutable classes in JDK?
No, sorry. Immutable class, string, the primitives, strings, int, value, Boolean. the primitives class.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Can we try? Can we have only try block without catch block?
Only one hat.
Yeah. Can we have only try block without catch and finally blocks?
Can we write only try block? Ah, no, it's always with a catch. It's try with catch. Finally, it's optional.
Okay, that's fine. What is unreachable catch block error?
When you some example is when you have a return option or return command before the catch or before the try, something like that. Like it's a some code if don't necessarily get to this point, no?
Okay. So what is checked and unchecked exceptions in Java?
Check it if I don't remember wrong is the options of the exceptions that are no, like a file not found, something like that, and uncheck it the exception, general exceptions that it's not necessarily no link, no, in Java.
So what is the difference between final and finally and finalize?
Finally, it's always execute these sentences of the finally. Finalize, if I don't remember wrong, is the option when you terminate the execution. And final is like what is the word? Like constants, no? Like variables of constants. Like it's only have this value, no, one value.
Okay. So can you tell me what is the difference between throws, throwable?
Throws is when you have exceptions, when you generate like throw exceptions in the for the parent or the main level. Throwable, I don't remember. And throw is when you only have the session, the only launch the exception in the method. If I don't remember wrong. Throws is in the level parent of from the top, no? Throwable, I don't remember.
Okay. So what do you know about memory leaks in Java and how can we fix and what are the tools are available to find out the memory leaks from our code?
With memory leaks, in my experience working with garbage collector, clear the variables, finalize the variables of the method, use the variables in try, like files, something like that. I think is the working with memory leaks.
Do you know about soft reference? What is the
soft
soft reference and weak references?
Soft reference is when you specify the or call another method in our class, but I don't remember. With soft reference, I think is when you only have the name of the methods and you declare it in the package of the import of the library. And the other, I think, if I don't switch it, is when you specify all the package, the number of the class, and then the method, no?
So can you tell me so what is the callable and feature in terms of threads?
Future is when you execute the callable. Callable is the functions of that you define for do in the threads that call the methods, no? Future is the class that call them for working, no? And you can specify the number of the time of if it's waiting for something or for some time.
Okay. So what is the difference between array list and linked list?
Array linked list, linked list is working like a hash map, if I don't remember map, if only constrains an ID, and is better to use with lambda expressions. An array list is only like a list, like a queue for the items is formed. List versus set versus map. Map is working like hash map with ID constructors, and is better to use with you have when is necessary to interact with the items with search and reduce the workings of the targets. And set I don't use it. Well, I never use it, the set, like it's only the set the set methods or the set values, but set like object, I don't know.
What about map?
Orderable map, yes, is to redefine the order of the items, working ascent or descent order.
Okay. What is method references in Java? Right.
Method reference. No, sorry, I don't.
Okay.
Don't know.
What is the difference between permission space and meta space?
Permission space is the space of the limited of the memory, like only 1 gigabyte, and the meta space is the space of the like the hard disk that you can save files or files or temporary files. But parent space is only the memory of the space, like the RAM assigned, no?
Okay. Okay. So can you tell me some of the functional interfaces from Java 8?
Some interface functions.
No, I'm asking functional interfaces.
Console, like system console parent line, something like that. System is functional interfaces. No, sorry. No.
Okay. You don't know, right? Java
Functional interface. No, I think is I don't know specifically know the interfaces. What are what are the interfaces of Java 8?
Okay. Okay, that's fine. And
let me know. Let me write to study that.
Okay. So what is the difference between a concurrent hash map and a hash map?
The what? Sorry, hash map and the what?
Concurrent hash map.
Concurrent hash map. The hash map is like a list because it's like a list, but is encoded and encrypted with a hash function. And the concrete, I don't know the concrete. Sorry. Interface.
So what are the solid principles?
If I don't mix it with the other, is simply basic, and I know. Sorry, I can confuse with solid principle. I don't remember very well. Solid principles.
Okay. So what is a Java singleton design pattern?
Java singular.
Singleton design pattern. Singleton design pattern.
Which you can only define the functionality and the methods. No, is the MVC, the pattern, something like that you refer. Model, view, and controller.
Okay. So what is the bridge pattern? Bridge pattern.
No, sorry. I think it's the same bridge pattern. I think it's the same with the like MVC controller, and the extends with another functions. I think I don't know exactly the bridge pattern.
Okay. Do you know about the decorator pattern?
No, equals. I don't know the decor pattern.
Okay. 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 So, do you know about anything about Java microservices design patterns?
Yes. I have been working with Spring Boot, designing the microservice patterns with declared APIs, the structures, and define it with like CRUD operations, create, update, read, and delete.
Okay. What is Spring IOC?
What Spring what?
Spring IOC.
Is IOC, I think is like that you have explained it. I don't know. It's like the MVC when you defined it in the class. I don't know like IOC.
Did you work on Spring Boot? Spring framework?
Yes. Yeah.
So what is dependency injection?
When you just declare the dependency in Maven, and the injections of the is necessary automatically read of the dependencies to complete all the package or the libraries necessary to the Spring.
Okay. So what is the difference between @REST controller versus @controller?
REST controller is attacked definite by using for general use like JSON and the REST like REST APIs or REST web service. And controller is only attacked when you define it and you return the name of the HTML of the name of the view that you return. No, specifically REST controller add some tags to not necessarily declare the response body, and controller is only return the name of the view.
Okay. So what is the difference between @component and @service?
A component and service?
@service, yes.
The service is a tag for declared like the methods of using in the REST controller. And the component is only a class that you need or that you define the methods. It doesn't necessarily specify the methods of the REST controllers, and is automatically initialized in the when you declare it with auto-wired, no, with in other class.
So if I put @component by removing @service, okay, so what will be happens in the place of @service? If I use @component, what will happens? What will be happens?
In same of the service, right?
Yes.
It's generated an exception because the service have the libraries and the tags and the in imports that specify that this is a level of the methods that you can access, and the component is like something not public necessarily. No, it generates exceptions.
Okay. So, okay. So can we do delete operation in a post method?
Yes, we can do, but it's not the recommended, because it's always recommended with the delete HTTP function, no? But yes, you can. It's not necessarily recommended, but you can.
Okay. So do you know the concept of Spring IOC? Spring IOC.
Edward C.
IOC, Spring IOC, concept of Spring IOC. Just now I given, right? Just now I asked. So let me ask one more time.
Yes. No, sorry, I don't know it. Like
No. This is what. Spring IOC.
No, it's the same that you asked me before. I don't know, like with this name. I think I know it, but not with this name. I am a little confused. You can specify in the other day in the class, but I don't know specifically what this concept refer.
Okay, that's fine. So okay, Marcos, and we completed our interview. Okay, so
Okay.
you are good at basics. Okay, you are good at in code level and basics level, and
Mhm.
as a 10 years experience, right? You need to focusing on designing and design patterns and architectural level. And see,
Okay.
previously I asked about the at the rate component and at the rate service, right? So
Mhm.
we place at the rate component on top of service by removing at the rate service, right? So what will be happens? So it will not give any errors. Why? Because so component and service are both are the same kind of annotations. So as
Okay.
especially for component, if you are using any your own classes or your own helper classes or your own configure your own helper classes, if you want to auto wide anywhere, so you can make it your class as a Spring recognized class. So that is the reason you can use on top of that class as a component at the right component. Why? Because
Okay.
it will be needed some services or some other classes, so that you can auto wide that, right? You can auto wide.
Okay.
So if you are using this, if you are using at the rate component on top of service, nothing will be happens. But why we are using at the rate service on top of service? So the people will know this is the service class where we can write a business class, business functionalities, right? Business
Ah, okay. Okay.
function. It is a simple justification for the service layer. Okay, by adding at the rate service, it is a simple justification for so that Spring will recognize it is a business. So if you are using at the rate component, nothing will happens. But it is recommended to use at the rate service on top of service instead of at the rate component.
Okay. Also, it's like the better practice, no?
Yes, exactly. It is a standard practices. Correct. So and Spring IOC, right? So Spring IOC is nothing but inversion of control. It is a concept. Okay, it is a concept of inversion of control. How we can achieve this? Through dependency injection in Spring framework.
Ah, okay. Okay. Okay.
Got it, right? So inversion of
Yes.
control. Inversion of control is nothing but so the control is inversed. So which means earlier days, whenever you are using service classes and all, you are using to create objects for those services to call those methods from your action classes or controller classes, right? Now
Okay. Okay.
the Spring will take care about to create your objects for your services whenever you are calling those methods, right? So that is the reason. So we are delegating that opportunity to the Spring container, Spring framework. You are not taking to create, you are not taking authority or chance to, or you are not taking controller to create a objects for your service classes. Okay, your service class
Ah,
you are giving. whatever the service classes or whatever all the dependency injections your controller. So you are giving the chance to the controller Spring container. Okay, we are delegating, right? So that is the
Okay.
the creation of objects. It will be inverted to it will be taken by the Spring container. So that is the reason the concept we can call it as a inversion of control.
Ah, okay. Even you can exclude one class of the controller, right? And you can exclude different classes, no?
Correct. So we are not creating an object for each and every service in our controller class. The Spring container will take care of creating object for your services or object of your all dependency injections whenever we are calling dynamically. That is what
Okay.
So you can refer our second class. Okay, I already explained. Okay.
Okay.
Class you can refer for the next level interview. You can focusing on that solid design principles, solid like a solid, right? Single responsibility principle and open closed principle and Lisco substitution principle and dependency injection principle and segregation principle, right?
Okay.
So like all the design patterns you can focusing on the next level only. I will check with the dependent. Okay, and also the set interface, right? So set interface and map concurrent. Did you work on threads?
A little bit.
Okay, so you can check on that. You can check on that collections also. Okay, collection framework, like what are the implemented classes from the different interfaces, like list interface and set interface and map interface. Okay.
Okay.
What is the difference between why we have these three interfaces? Okay. In terms of collection interfaces, collection classes, and you can focusing on that microservice design patterns as well as Java design patterns.
Okay, microservice and Java design patterns. Okay.
Yeah, this is what about the feedback of your interview. And next time we will, whenever we are conducting the next time interview, right? So you can focusing on only design pattern level and designing level. Okay, in terms of architecture and design level. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah, thank you very much.